Hey guys, I've got something really exciting to show you, and this was an article that was posted today by Forbes. The headline reads, Borderlands 3's 4 new subclasses and action skills leak online. This article was written by one of their senior contributors called Paul Tassi, and he went into some detail about each of these 4 characters' action skills. The first one he covers is Moes, and he said, Iron Cub, this tree is not new gun attachments for Iron Bear like I predicted, but instead Moes spawning a smaller version of Iron Bear that appears to operate like a pet or Zane toy for a set duration. Immediately what jumps to mind is Moes being able to use more anointments like the ones that have to do with Auto Bear being active, or more general ones for action skills being active that usually only work well for Zane. This sounds like a good idea given that her anointments is one of her biggest weaknesses right now. So Iron Cub, obviously going to be smaller than Iron Bear, and this reminds me of the April Fool's Day joke that Borderlands pulled on us where they shrunk the mech for Moes. This is potentially what this Iron Cub could look like if this leak comes true. I doubt she'd be able to get into any kind of turret with the Iron Cub like you can see right here, but a tiny Iron Cub would be so cute. The next one he covers is Flak, and personally I'm very excited about this. I'm really hoping this is something we're gonna see. He says, Flak, gravity trap. Unclear what this does, but I'm wondering if it works either like a black hole shield, sucking enemies in, or Amara's phase grasp, locking floating enemies in place. The next thing he says seems pretty interesting. He said his new pet is a loader bot, not a saurian like I thought it would be. I don't know what information he has where he was speculating about a saurian. I haven't seen anything like that yet. But he goes on to say that more details are unclear other than an alleged skill where he can summon all his pets to the field using attack command, but I'm not sure how solid that is yet. So where this writer is getting his information is from a couple of Reddit posts, and within this Forbes article, he does link those Reddit posts. Within one of these Reddit posts, they have a link to images that are showing parts of this potential new skill tree. All characters have a green, a blue, and a red skill tree, and they're showing that potentially we're going to be getting a pinkish purple new skill tree. Some of the images that they found, for example, for Flak, whenever you choose the Skag on the blue skill tree, you can see that outlined Skag right there. Well, they found images that are an outline of a pinkish purple loader bot. And same for the other 3 characters, they located the purple images that would go with the purple skill tree. But for Flak, I'm super excited to have a loader bot pet. That would be so cool. It just makes sense because, you know, he's a robot, and then having a pet robot. And I can only imagine that it would look like one of the smaller loader bot models that we've seen in the Borderlands series. Hopefully it will have voice lines and also in a high pitch. That would be hilarious. But yeah, this would definitely spice things up in the pet department for Flak. He goes on to talk about Zane, saying that he has a shoulder cannon. Again, this is another skill that appears to be about anointment diversity. This shoulder cannon seems to be a one-time use, short cooldown skill like Flak's Rax or Amara's projection that allows Zane to use after action skill anointments instead of just during action skill ones. So again, more diversity here, even if the move itself sounds a bit basic on the surface. And lastly, he does speak about Amara, saying question mark, yeah, so we don't really know much about Amara's new skill, not even the name, as it's just known as the generalized phase trance. There's a leaked icon that looks like some sort of fireball, but that's about all we've seen. In the closing of this article, he does speculate about when we might see this potential new skill tree set. He says, what strikes me about this data mine is how early it is, a very short while after the last DLC launch, which even if it's unfinished, implies to me that we may be seeing this new skill trees in an update separate from the DLC. I think it stands to reason that these new action skills and trees will be free content, not paid or attached to DLC 4, so we might see them debut alongside some new event in the next few months. Something like the Cartels event or another takedown maybe. I'd almost put money on it. Right now we're maxed out at rank 60 and we can pretty much fill up 2 full skill trees, so adding a 4th one with the upcoming ranks that might be added makes sense. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think about it, and we'll see you next video.